You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is February 20th, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Board of Zoning Appeals. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
I'd like to call the County Board of Zoning regular meeting to order for Tuesday, February 20th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Let's rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Melissa Muschke.
I'm here on Zoom.
Okay. John Carr.
Here.
Ernie Schmidt.
Here.
Deb Vance.
Here.
Vern Schaefer.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, we have elections on our agenda. Our president had a situation and she's not in the room, but she is on Zoom. Do we want to proceed with those elections this evening or wait until she comes back?
I move that we proceed with those elections tonight, since we're all here anyway.
Is there a second for that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Okay, and on that note, are there any nominations for president of the BZA?
I nominate Melissa. I don't know how to say her last name.
Melissa. All right. Is there a second for that?
Second.
We have a few seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Congratulations. Roll call.
Wait, you gotta ask if there are any other nominations and then call the vote for the position.
Are there any other nominations for president? Okay, let's roll call the vote.
Deb Vance.
Yes.
Vern Schaefer.
Yes.
Ernie Schmidt.
Yes.
John Carr.
Yes.
Melissa Muschke.
Yes.
All five.
Okay, so now we have vice chair.
I nominate
Hello?
Deb Vance for vice chair.
Are there?
A second.
We have a nomination and a second. Are there any other nominations for vice chair? All right, hearing none, call the roll.
Deb Vance.
Yes.
Vern Schaefer.
Yes.
Ernie Schmidt.
Yes.
John Carr.
Yes.
Melissa Muschke.
Yes.
That's five. Congratulations.
All right.
Thanks.
So since now we have a vice chair, we have a presiding officer, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
Oh boy.
And then you get to sign these.
You're gonna be great, Deb.
I'm not shy at all. I'll move over here. I'm just leaving that here. You want to move over?
Sure.
Move my stuff out of the way. Okay. Oops.
I broke your thing.
Oh well, it's all right. Okay, find my agenda. Okay, I'd like to ask for approval of the January 16th minutes.
I move
I
that.
make a motion, we approve them as presented.
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Aye. Okay, good. Okay, looks like we have two petitions in front of us. Petition number 1, petition for variance of use for J&S Land Development Company by member Ryan Miller and New Tech Corporation. Are you here? Is anyone here to represent that? You want to
To share. I put some notes on there.
step up and share with us, please?
Notice is adequate.
Thank you.
May I proceed?
Yes. Yes.
Proceed?
Yes.
This isn't working, I don't think, maybe it is. I guess I gotta talk closer to it.
Is it on?
I don't know, there it is.
It's on.
I can hear you.
And I'll lean like Prince. All right. First of all, I would like to say good evening to members of the board, Madam Chair here at this point, Madam President over there, members of the board, Ashley, Mike, and Doug. We are here for a petition for use variance under Section 2811A of the LaPorte County Joint Zoning Ordinance with regards to a petition for JNS Land Development Co. LLC by its member Ryan Miller as the seller, and then New Tech Corporation by its president Shane Osborne, who is the buyer. Both gentlemen are here in the audience if you need to entertain any questions or anything else like that. So this is kind of a different petition in that the property has not yet been sold because the issue is that the property, the underlying property, and I guess I should ask, do you all have drawings of this or do you need them?
Yes.
Okay. This is a 1 acre parcel off of West 200 North in Cool Spring Township.
That's your book I got.
Sorry, excuse me. West 300 North, Cool Spring Township, number 1, County of LaPorte, consisting of 1 acre and is currently zoned B3. Now, pursuant to the specific indications with regards to the JZO, my understanding was that B3, I thought it went the other way around, that B3 was the highest use. Now I've understood that B1 is the highest use. So what they're seeking to do, meaning the buyer, and I guess at some point the seller, is to put up a construction office. There's not going to be equipment there, there's not going to be that, there's not going to be anything like that. As you can see, the setbacks are appropriate, but because it's under B3, B2 doesn't apply. And if B2 applied, then we wouldn't even have to be here. So, pursuant to the specific terms of the JZO, and those 5 requirements, meaning A, B, C, D, E, and I can read them if you'd like to for the record. If not, I mean, it's there. But that the granting of the variance will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. The use and the value of the area adjacent to the property involved will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. That the need for the variances or variance, arises from a condition particular to the property, which is that it's zoned B3 instead of B2, and is not due to the general conditions of the neighborhood. The strict applications of the terms of the zoning ordinance would constitute an undue hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought. The granting of the variance does not interfere substantially with the master comprehensive plan. We've provided notice to all adjacent landowners. I don't know if anybody's here to remonstrate, but we would ask that this petition be granted. And I understand that it could be a situation where you're going to grant it pursuant to sale of the property. I don't know, Mr. Beege, is that something that the BZA can do, or?
Normally, if it's a purchase, we don't make it, the board doesn't make it contingent on the sale.
Okay.
Because the grant presumes that the property transfer will occur by virtue of how the application is made.
Well, and just to dovetail on that, the survey has already been taken. We've got a plat for it. I mean, if you have any questions, obviously my clients are able to answer them. If so, if not, I can answer whatever you need to. Otherwise, I'll step down for a minute.
Okay. Do we have any remonstrators for this petition? Any remonstrators? We have questions from the board.
Currently, that property is being used for what? I guess you might want to step back up here. I'd like to ask, and is I see there's a lot of look like RVs or something there?
Currently, the property is actually owned by J&S Land Development Company, and yes, it is a quote-unquote RV storage area where, obviously, you know that we are in an area where RV stuff is prevalent. We see these accidents all the time on 20, et cetera, et cetera. So it's being used as storage currently, meaning that one carve-out, but it will not be used as such moving forward.
At the same, the seller of the property, any relation between them and the current owners? The current purchasing?
Ryan, maybe you can answer that.
The current owners of the property are J&S, and D&M Excavating rents from J&S, and J&S and D&M are related, yes.
Okay, so obviously there's no conflict of interest there as far as continuing to store RVs next to this business?
No, we have a guy out of Elkhart that through COVID he rented from me to store RVs coming out of Elkhart. They got shipped across the country. It's slowed down drastically in the last 12 months.
Okay, that answers my question.
Andrew, is it going to be just, I mean, I see bays on the side. Is that storage of vehicles and a construction office? How is the rest of the building going to be used?
Come on up, Shane. Hold on, Miss.
Thank you.
This is Shane Osborne.
Hi, hello everyone. Yeah, so the smaller building in the front will be the office space, and all of the bays behind will be storage for any vehicles and tools that we have or material that is left over from jobs, or storage for materials for jobs coming up.
There's going to be no living quarters or renting of space out of it?
No. No, not at all.
Thank you.
So I guess I need to clarify. There will be equipment stored there, but it's going to be indoors. It's not being outdoors. It's not. It's going to be enclosed, and it is a fluctuating thing that's going to happen depending upon what equipment New Tech is using, where they're using it, what materials they're using, et cetera, et cetera. But it will not be stored outside.
Any further questions? Okay, so ask for a motion to.
I move that we grant the petition for variance to the use of J&S Land Development Company, LLC, by its member Ryan J. Miller, seller, and New Tech Corporation by its president Shane Osborne, to construct a structure on the 1 acre of this parcel in the form of a construction office.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say
Aye.
aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Boy, here's this one. Thank you very much.
This is number 2.
Okay, petition number 2. Petition for variance of development standards for Suziar Cardenas for placement of 2 shipping containers for personal storage on property located at 4266 West, Highway 20, LaPorte, Indiana. Zone B2, 10.596 acres. Sergio, are you here? You want to come up?
No, this is adequate.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi. You want to tell us your name and address?
My name is Saturnino Cardenas, not Sergio actually, but I'm here representing him.
Okay. So you want to tell us a little bit about the project here?
Yeah, we just like to have 2 shipping containers for storage purpose of leftover materials from jobs that we do, snow plows, pallets of salt, sometimes that we have, fertilizer, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, okay, well, we'll ask if we have any remonstrators for that petition. Any remonstrators? Okay, no remonstrators. Do we have questions from the board?
I see from the drawing that you sent that the shipping containers, are they going to be like back to back and set back 475 feet from the highway US 20?
Yeah, more likely 175 feet from the highway into the property, and probably side to side, side by side, yeah.
Okay. And shipping containers approximate size?
The normal size is probably 8 by 20. No, I'm sorry, 8 by 40.
Okay.
The biggest one I believe is 40.
So we're looking at 16 then by 40 then. So back side by side, 16
Yeah,
by
be
40.
be 16 or probably more like 20 by the time so you can get your doors open, etc.
Yeah.
Doors facing the highway or in the back?
No, facing the back.
Okay. Of course, you know these have to be anchored and on a foundation, not just dumped off on the ground.
If they need to be, we will anchor them. Yep.
Any more questions from the board?
You said you were going to use these to store material left over from jobs that you do. Mm-hmm. What kind of? You mentioned like fertilizer.
We do a lot of landscaping, grass mowing. We do snow plowing on the winter time, so it's hard to tell how much salt we're gonna use. We got 2, 3, 4, 5 pallets left over from year to in the winter time, year to year. So we like to storage all that inside. Snow plows, like to keep them out of the weather and stuff like that.
I'm going to ask that you get in contact with the LaPorte County MS4 coordinator and make sure that you're storing them in compliance with our MS4 regulations.
Okay.
So how close are the storage containers to that house next door?
It's like at least 250 feet.
It's a house.
Yeah, it's far away. Yeah, I know my drawing is not the best, but which is the.
I don't think it's to scale.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna say.
No, it's not to scale at all.
See if I can find it. Not finding it. I was gonna look it up, but
It's right here. Is the drawing. Could you approach for a second here? I want to clarify where those things are going to be setting on the Google map or on the. You look at that map there. This is State Road 20.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like that.
Yep.
Those shipping containers will be setting where?
Roughly about right.
You put 'em right there.
Farm field, about right here.
did that work? You got it?
Roughly about.
That's not so.
It's hard to write on those maps after there you go.
Mm-hmm. That one's gonna be stored in there.
Roughly about right there.
And that would be, so they're going to be this way or this way?
They're gonna be this way, like this.
So the doors will be where? Facing
The
which
door will
direction?
be facing this direction right here. This direction right here.
So they're going to be, the doors are in the end of them, not on the sides. Is that correct?
I think they are.
Shipping containers they're basically semi-trailers.
Yeah.
So they would be 40 feet this long and 20 foot wide side by side, setting their
You're right, but probably the doors needs to be facing this way because side by side like this. And but this is the warehouse that we have right now.
Does anybody have a Sharpie, a felt tip pen? You guys might want to look at this if you want to view this,
Let me look in this monster mess.
because actually the doors are going to be facing this would be east,
Yeah, that will be yeah.
and then facing toward these buildings here.
Yeah, it'll be easy for us to transport whatever into here.
I don't know if you can see blue.
That way.
Okay. Well, I don't think it makes any difference, but I know that.
There's a blue marker. Will that work?
Try that. So you're gonna have two side by side, like that, and the entrance will be on this side.
Doors.
Okay, I'm gonna show this to the other gentleman here.
Okay.
Okay, instead of the doors facing away from, this is State Road 20. They're gonna be facing the east, but the doors will be facing this way, so they can access them off their driveway, I assume.
Yeah.
So that's a little different than what you explained earlier and what the drawing showed. It's directly across from the neighbor's house. Yes.
Yeah, but it's like at least 250 feet away. It's far away.
I'm just trying to see on it. Does it show it on here?
Wish I could show that to Melissa. Would you like to see the?
No, I understand what you're doing.
What's that?
I understand what you described.
Okay, very good.
They're basically going to be rotated.
Okay,
So if it's here though, it's not super close.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, you can step back.
Any further questions? Okay, so if we can have a motion?
I make a motion, we don't pass the shipping containers and we continue building nice red pole barns.
Okay,
I'll second.
a second. Here we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
That motion is to not allow the shipping containers, but rather request the construction of a pole facility.
Well, he's got
Pole
some
barn.
beautiful red pole barns. And those shipping containers are right out the window of the people's house that's right adjacent to there. And I don't feel they should get up in the morning and have to look at the sunrise and look at shipping containers when they can look at a new pole barn.
Is there a problem granting a permit for another building on that lot?
I think you're better off in just denying it because we don't know.
Yeah, we kind of tell them what to build, but we can.
Right, so he's
can
gonna
accept
need to
their-
come back, show us what he's gonna build. So I would recommend just a motion denying. He can always petition for, and we'll leave a reservation if you want, that he can come back within less than a year for approval of another structure before the BZA. That way he's not prejudiced in any way.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so we have,
So-
you second the motion as revised?
Yeah, as revised.
Okay, so the motion, just for clarification, the motion states that we're to deny the containers and basically can come back with another plan at a later date. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes.
Yeah, in less than 12 months, because there's a restriction in the code where you got to wait to come back if you're denied.
Okay, so at least I'm clear on the motion.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Okay. So motion carries. So you'll have up to a year to come back with plans for another type of structure. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So now we have, do we have new business?
Nope, I'm not outside the executive session, no.
Okay. All right.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All right. Motion say all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Solar panels. She told me both nights, and so she made me come.
Uh-oh.
She had to work late, so she sent me.
4:30 in Chamber.
We're adjourned. We're adjourned, yes.